Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, Bald Eagle Days is back at the QCCA Expo Center. We have a live preview with details on demonstrations, hands-on exhibits, and conservation displays. Plus, if you're looking for fresh ways to start the new year, the Rock Island Public Library has big plans, how the library can help your whole family make 2026 your best year yet. And later, our wins of the week, including the conclusion of a magic trick from one of our QCL guests this week. Hello and welcome to Quad Cities Live on this Friday, January 9th. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier. We have an exciting weekend ahead as Bald Eagle Days takes over the QCCA Expo Center in Rock Island. Families have the opportunity to see live birds and other wild animals, while participating in interactive exhibits and hands-on activities. My co-host Kyle Keel is joining us now live with a preview of everything to expect. And Kyle, doors open soon.
Yeah, 4 o'clock, Morgan. So about an hour from now, the QCCA Expo Center here in Rock Island will be packed with people learning all about bald eagles, raptors, and all sorts of different other creatures, which we'll get into here in just a few minutes. But of course, the star of the show and the reason why we're here, the bald eagle. So right now we're joined by Zoe Boyer and her friend here. Beautiful, beautiful bird we have here. Zoe is with the World Bird Sanctuary in the St. Louis area. Zoe, your organization has been coming to Bald Eagle Days for a long time.
Yes, we've been coming here for a very long time. Year after year, they take such great care of us, and it's also just such a great space to be able to introduce people to these animals that they may not have understood, they may have feared. So it's a really great opportunity to teach lots of people about these amazing animals.
And tell us a little bit more about your organization, World Bird Sanctuary, and what you do.
Yeah, totally. So we are actually based out of Valley Park, Missouri, closer to St. Louis. And at our sanctuary, we started back in 1977 as just a small hospital. Eventually, we were able to grow into what we are today. We sit on over 300 acres of hardwood forest, and we do still have that hospital where we take in upwards of 800 patients every year. And our number one goal is to always release those birds. But we also travel around the United States, especially Missouri, this time of year, especially traveling to different schools and locations, teaching people about raptors and how important they are.
And speaking of schools, a lot of elementary students were here a little bit earlier, learning a little bit more about the bald eagle. So who do we have with us today?
So today we have Patriot.
She's beautiful.
She is America's sweetheart.
Yes, she is.
She is absolutely stunning. She is actually one of those cases that came to us through our hospital as just a baby. She's actually 30 years old now, so this was a very long time ago. But her nest was part of a popular nest in a community that people were watching. And one year a blizzard came through and blew it into some icy water, which caused Patriot to have some issues. Her lungs didn't quite develop properly, so she's not able to survive on her own out in nature, but she still has a very important job of teaching people about her species.
Absolutely, and it's all about learning and teaching with your organization. So you have an opportunity for people to come down to your booth here toward the back of the QCCA Expo Center to learn a bit more about these bald eagles. So what are people going to learn? At least some of the things they're going to learn when they come by your booth.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only will you get to see these birds up close, you can ask as many questions as you want. You'll get to learn about the birds, the importance, the role that they play in our ecosystem and environment, and just ask any questions that you want to know about these birds too, which is also cool to have that personal experience.
And you got a few other types of birds behind us as well.
We do, yes. Yes, we have our golden eagle, we have a Eurasian eagle owl, and we also have our star, the harpy eagle as well, Alejandro. He's very, very cool to get to see in person.
Awesome. So yes, this is just one of the many booths you can stop by here at the QCCA Expo Center. Throughout the weekend for Bald Eagle Days, there's also going to be free Bald Eagle tours, both Saturday and Sunday. They're actually going to take you from the Expo Center out and about to check out some bald eagles out in the wild. So plenty to do here throughout the weekend at the QCCA Expo Center for the Bald Eagle Days. In Rock Island at the QCCA Expo Center, I'm Kyle Keel. Morgan, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Kyle, thank you. Already looks like they're all set up and ready for everybody. Bald Eagle Days kicks off today at 4 p.m. at the QCCA Expo Center. The event runs again all day Saturday as well as Sunday. Admission is $6 for adults and $1 for kids. After the break, new year, new reasons to head to the library. Whether your resolution is to read more, keep the kids busy, or work on personal growth, the Rock Island Public Library has something for everyone. We'll show you next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
It is a brand new year, and if you're looking for new goals, new activities, and new ways to keep your family engaged, your local library has you covered. From reading challenges and kids events, even wellness programs, the Rock Island Public Library is starting 2026 strong. Joining us now with a look at all of it is Lisa Lockhart. Lisa, welcome back to the show today.
Oh, thanks for having us on in the new year.
Yes, absolutely. Happy New Year to you. Lots of great things, as always, going on at the Public Library there in Rock Island. So let's start with that. What's new this January at the library?
So libraries are purchasing new things all the time,
Right.
so it's really never the same library twice, but the end of the year is always a big purchasing blitz, and so we have a lot of new things coming into the library of things that are either in processing or on shelves. So, you know, if you're trying to get rid of that digital color, we've got some things for like transferring film to digital, taking digital or taking stuff from VHS or DVDs to digital. So that'll be hitting our shelves soon. So, you know, a little decluttering in the new year.
That is big for a lot of people because for so many years now, I mean, you've had to like pay a third party or something if you have these items on film or maybe old family videos and things like that that you want to be able to have use of. To be able to do that on your own would be great.
And you have to have the machine, but it's a start, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And then if you're getting into gardening, we've got a soil tester, so people who are starting seeds indoors or perhaps doing winter sowing. We've got a pulse oxygen level, so if you're interested in health. And of course, all new sorts of craft things, so all sorts of things to try.
Yeah, and for folks who have never heard you talk about it before, the Library of Things is something that Rock Island Public Library has had for a very long time. We just like to highlight that it's more than just books. The books are wonderful, but then there's all these additional things to do and create within the Library of Things.
Great ways to add value to your life and add value to having a library card.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Okay, so something else that's coming up is the Illinois Choice Awards.
Yeah, that's awards that are chosen by kids for kids. So that's great that they get to say what the award winners are for what they want to read. And you can come in and check out those nominees. They're on our shelves right now.
And these are a couple of them here?
There's a couple of them here. These are all both Blue STEM Awards, which is for like an early reader, kind of middle grade reader. And kids can check them out, and then they have voting at the schools, and they can have a choice and
that's fun.
And what those awards are.
We love a good vote. Yeah, and it's broken down too by like age range or what reading level they're typically at, and they're great and things like that.
Everything from the Monarch Award, which is for very young readers, to that Blue STEM, and to the Rebecca Cottle Award.
Okay,
so,
wonderful. Also, along with that, solutions for people who do plan to read more in the new year. Maybe it's your resolution. I saw a lot of that. I was really pleased by that on social media. Everybody sharing how many books they had read in 2025. That was really fun to see, and it feels like more and more people are jumping on board, and they're loving to check out books and purchase books and things like that. So for anybody that is interested in reading more, you're making it a little more fun.
Yeah, you know, we're like, you can't escape winter, but you can escape through the pages of a book. So we're doing Escape to Book Island, and we already have a lot of our warm weather beach reads sitting out for people to try. And this is an all ages challenge, so anyone can participate, and there are rewards and prizes and kind of maybe just a little extra motivation to keep up with those reading goals.
And this is an all ages thing as well, so it doesn't have to be just for kids. I mean, anybody can get in on this.
Absolutely, it is for kids, adults, and teens, because really the families that read together, they see you reading, it's double incentive.
That's true, and something that I found really interesting that you provided when we were preparing for this segment was not only taking the family to the library because that's fun and checking out books, but also making sure that you have books at home, Why is that so important?
That is just, it has a role in your reading levels. It has a role in how much you read. Kids who have books in their homes are much more likely to be reading at grade level by third grade. And so we've got a book sale coming up, and you can certainly stock your shelves for really inexpensive, as far as like you decide what you pay us.
I was just going to say, the book sale is coming up. So that goes on for some time, or is it just a couple of days?
It's a couple of days.
Okay.
It's Friday and Saturday, January 23rd and 24th.
Okay.
And then we offer them once a quarter. So there's 4 opportunities throughout the year.
Okay. And so how does that work? It's a pay what you can type of situation?
You just go through, pick out what you want, and unless it's on a specially marked table, which is very rare, you basically say, I want to donate this much money.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it helps get the books out into the community.
Okay, wonderful. Something else that especially Rock Island Public Library has been heavily involved in is doing things for the mind and for the body. So you have a lot of that happening as well, including 2 workshops coming up. One actually geared more toward kids.
Yeah, there's actually one that's geared towards parents of kids.
Yeah.
The Raising Body Confident Kids workshop coming up. And that is, there's a lot of diet culture out there.
Yeah.
The first part of the year, there's all these, airbrushed photos of people and AI, and it's kind of harmful to a kid's self-image. So Robert Young Mental Health Center's Be Real project is going to be doing a workshop for parents on how to help raise kids who are confident and
That's amazing. So parents can register for that.
Parents can register for that right now.
That is great. With how much is kind of thrown in our kids' faces these days, I mean, whether or not they're on, the internet and things like that, especially as they get older, they see a lot of stuff that is just, it's not realistic.
And kids don't always have the judgment to be able to say, yeah, that's AI, or that's not realistic.
Right.
So helping them set those expectations is a big part of raising a body confident kid, I think.
Wonderful. Another one is a seasonal depression workshop.
Yeah,
we need that.
It's still a little dark right now.
Yeah, it is.
And so that one is more for adults and teens, and that is a workshop at the end of the year on seasonal depression and kind of beating the winter blues, because you're certainly not alone if you've ever had that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So January 29th, as you see there on your screen. And there's a really fun thing happening for the little ones, right? It's the Hug-a-Book play event?
A Hug-a-Book play event. Kids learn through play, they learn through motion, and so we'll have this special event on Saturday, January 17th. We'll have like a little obstacle course tubes and other activities that encourage motion. And the best part is they get to take a book home for free to keep. And again, building up that library.
Build that at-home library, yeah. So this is kind of what you're talking about with the little obstacle course things. That's a lot of fun.
And that's for ages 2 to 5.
Ages 2 to 5. Very cute, adorable kids play tent, as you see here on your screen. And a couple other things before we wrap up with you. So the Magic Kids event, this was really popular. This is something that you've all done before.
Yeah, and now we're moving it to the Watts Midtown branch.
Okay.
And that is very close to a lot of schools. So great opportunity to drop in after school, meet other kids, learn how to play this great trading card game.
Magic the Gathering. So parents have maybe heard of this already.
Yeah, and take cards home.
And take cards home.
So they get to play at home, and you get free cards. And then we also have a graphic novel book club starting up next month.
Yeah, oh my goodness, and you brought one of those examples here with you today. So much going on. There's so much happening, as always, at the Rock Island Public Library in the new year, but there's much more than we even got a chance to talk about today. Of course, there's never enough time. So for a full calendar of events, all you have to do is visit rockislandlibrary.org. Lisa, thank you so much for bringing all these examples in with you today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks so much again.
Yes, thank you. Coming up on QCL, we are back out live at Bald Eagle Days in Rock Island, where families are meeting live birds and other wild animals while learning about conservation. We'll get a preview next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
It is one of the most popular events of the season. We're, of course, talking about Bald Eagle Days at the QCCA Expo Center in Rock Island, where families can get an up-close look at wild animals, learn about conservation efforts, and enjoy hands-on activities for all ages. Our own Kyle Keel is joining us live from the Expo Center right now. And Kyle, the Eagles are actually just one part of this really exciting event.
They really are, Morgan. You can learn so much more about nature and our environment and the species that are out and about as well, including bats, snakes, armadillos, and yes, sloths. Morgan, you're going to have to get closer to the TV screen here. Joining me once again are Sharon and Dan Peterson with Incredible Bats. And once again, we have Rico the sloth. And Sharon, Rico is waiting for some friends to visit him today.
He is. He had some children visiting him today. The schools come by earlier in the day, but he is waiting for the general public to come by 4 to 8 o'clock tonight. And they can take pictures with him. It is a charge though for that. The other animals are all free, but to get a picture with Rico or Stella, who's here as well, it's $20 for an adult and $10 for a kid and $50 for a family of more than.
Okay, and right when we came in, Rob Junker, who is running the expo here, he said you have to talk about the sloth because it's one of the most popular things here aside from the eagles. And in addition to Rico the sloth, Sharon, we have many other different creatures on display here.
We do. So they can come into this area. They have one entrance, one exit, and they can see lots of different things. So you want to start moving over here and seeing some things?
Yeah, let's go ahead and see
sure.
some things. Looks like we got some of the
snakes,
leopard gecko, the snakes.
We have snakes. We have 4 different species of snakes, and one of our snakes shed today. Just when we got here, our corn snake over here, she started shedding. And this is a regular corn snake here, and you can see some of this shed here. We even put it in here so you can see like the eyes that she shed, and and this is her tail part. It all kind of came apart here, but you could see her here. Now, the thing with the snake, people, does it bite? You know, any animal can bite. They have mouths, but she doesn't. She's very, very friendly and that kind of thing. I have to worry about her biting because I'm not a mouse, you know. And it's really amazing how they eat too and everything with that tongue of theirs. They can fit something as thick as the thickest part of their body in this little head. This is all like a balloon. It stretches, and their jaw doesn't unhinge. It just has an extra bone there called a quadrant bone. They can get really tall. They can get their jaw is 2 parts. It spreads wider. And they can fit a big mouse in there. She can eat a full-size mouse and that. And then they shed as they grow. So she did shed today.
All right.
I've got a
So there's many other different species of snake. We've got some tarantulas over here. I'm surprised I didn't drop the microphone because of my sweaty palms with that snake. My heart rate's going up as well. So you can check out Incredible Bats and all the other exhibits and the different booths here at the QCCA Expo Center for Bald Eagle Days throughout the weekend, Morgan.
I don't know how you did that, Kyle. We just talked about this 2 days ago. Neither of us wants to be anywhere near a snake. You did amazing. Bald Eagle Days once again kicks off at 4 today, runs throughout the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Admission is $6 for adults and $1 for kids. Coming up on QCL, our wins of the week, including a special meet and greet with a TV6 viewer. Time now for our wins of the week on this Friday, and we are going to head back out to Kyle Keel, who's at Bald Eagle Days, to find out what his win of the week is. Kyle?
Yeah, my win of the week, Morgan, has to do with our last guest on the show yesterday, David Casas with David Casas Magic. He was in the middle, actually toward the tail end of a really cool trick, and we ran out of time on the show. So I'm going to go through the trick real quick. So he had a deck of cards with various different objects on it, and he had me pick out a series of cards, and he said the 4 cards that are left are going to tell me a little bit something about you, and let's roll that clip.
At a golf club. There's a golf club. We got a Swiss Army knife. Maybe go camping.
I did when I was a kid.
Okay.
My dad and my grandpa.
Okay, that's close enough. Well, we have a coat with zipper. It is cold out, so you probably wear a coat.
Yeah, okay.
And we have some train tracks. So I don't know if you've traveled. Have you been on a train? You have any trips planned coming up?
I do have in fact, I got a text right before this segment.
Okay.
That we got a trip booked.
That would make sense. Okay. Well, I did say they were going to tell me something.
Oh, look at that. Kyle, I see your name. Do we still have him live? That must be the trick. Jake, do you know if that
I think that is. So the cards revealed his name.
Oh my gosh.
We're having some technical issues today behind the scenes, so thank you for bearing with us.
You guys can't tell.
Yeah, can't tell, but anyway, yeah. The card spelled Kyle's name, and then we missed that on air yesterday, but we got it on today.
Oh, perfect.
That's for sure.
That.
What about your win, Morgan?
Okay, so mine's weird. So that's me, and that is what I got for Christmas, which was one of those red light masks. It makes me look like a robot from like Star Wars or something. But that's Winnie. I thought she would be afraid when I put this thing on, and she not only is not afraid, but she licks it as if it's still my face under there. I know it looks crazy. It's supposed to be good for your skin.
Okay.
It's like a whole mask and I'm loving it.
Okay.
It's like warm, there's a red light. It's supposed to be good for like sunspots and stuff. And my dog likes it too, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I love it.
That is cool. All right, so my win of the week, recently I got to meet Carolyn, who's one of our viewers from Savannah, Illinois. And what's special about her is she was one of my pen pals when I was deployed.
Oh,
and so
Jay.
I finally got to meet her in person, and she even made us some Afghans.
Oh my gosh.
Because she's a knitter extraordinaire, crocheter. And so that was my win. It was super cool to meet
That is
our viewer,
way better than
Carolyn.
a red light mask.
I'm intrigued with the red light mask.
I'll tell you more about it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for watching. We've got Jeopardy up next, followed by your news at 4.